What would you do with your money if you don't have any credit card to pay, you don't have any student loan or car loan to pay?
Guys, we paid off 124K in 16 months. And one lesson we have learned is never to use our credit card as an emergency fund. Hi guys, my name is Kike.
My name is Ezekiel.
And we are the
Adeleyes.
Welcome to Money CPR, where we teach you practical tips and strategies on how to manage your finances and win with money.
In this video, we are going to be diving in on how we were able to pay off 124K in just 16 months with Snowball Method.
Let's dive in.
In the last video, we shared with you the amount of money we were owing, which was around $124,000, and how we use Snowball Method to get out of this debt. So today we'll be letting you know specific numbers of what these debts are. I mean, student loan, credit card, and line of credit.
Yeah, guys, we had like a cocktail of debt, like you name it. Honestly, I'm sure we probably had it. So I'm going to do a list of all the debts that we owed. And please pardon me, I have to look in my paper because I cannot memorize all the amounts, okay? So we had a business credit card where we owed $870. We had a personal loan of almost $2,000, so $1,955. We owed Service Canada, and the reason we owed Service Canada was because I was on mat leave. However, when I returned to work early, but Service Canada kept paying me my maternity leave pay, so I was overpaid essentially. So that was why I was owing Service Canada about $4,000. The next money was line of credit. So we owed about 17,910, so about 18K in loans, in line of credit rather. Also, we owed, we had a consolidation loan because we had such an array of credit cards, high interest debt that we needed to consolidate, right? So that we could take advantage of low interest. The next loan that we had was a car loan. So in 2019, when we had our second child, we thought it would be right to take out a car loan for a larger vehicle. So we took out a car loan for a 2017 Honda Odyssey, which cost us about $38,000. I think the monthly payment was about $500 or thereabouts. And then the next, I think the largest debt we had was a student loan of $42,970. So I went to school to study nursing, and yeah, I accumulated $42,970 for that. In hindsight, I honestly think that a student loan is probably an investment.
Yeah,
it could be a good investment. Actually,
it was really a good investment for us because it paid off at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. So that's a list of all the debts that we had from smallest to largest.
So guys, before we go on, I'd like you to click on the subscribe button below on our channel, Money CPR. So right now we'll be diving into the mistakes that we made, how we got here, owing a debt of about $124,000 plus. You know, when we got to Canada, the first mistake we did was that we were unable to acquire knowledge about finances, personal finances. This was a big mistake for us. We just jumped into life. We just got married. We started going on vacation, acquiring credit cards and loans, and we were just spending, though we were working, but then we were just spending without any form of budget. That is a serious mistake to make. If you're just getting married, you're single, or you're even married, these are serious mistakes. You need to be financially aware about your money. You need to control your money. You need to know where your money is going, where it's coming from, and where it's going. Because money, they say, have wings, right?
Yeah.
Money have wings. It can fly away if you do not do what you're supposed to do. Part of the places you can get knowledge about personal finances that I can recommend is on YouTube. Watch YouTube videos. You can as well subscribe to our button, watch our videos, so we could grow together in our personal finances. Another one I would say to you is that CRA also organize some free lessons, right? And also the McGill University, you have some personal finances courses that you can get done on there.
The second mistake that we made on our journey was listening to the financial advisor at our bank, right? So one thing you need to always keep at the back of your mind is that financial advisors are there to push the bank's products. Essentially, they are salespeople. They have been trained to sell you high mutual funds, credit cards, insurance policies that may not necessarily fit your needs. So next time, I'm not saying you should not, talk to your bank's financial advisor, but always keep in mind that, right, there may be a conflict of interest. They may not be acting in your best interest at that point in time. So anytime we needed money to maybe do a renovation because we bought a really old house, anytime we needed money for a renovation or we needed money to buy or change our car, we would just go to our bank's financial advisor. And of course, he was always ready to, give us a loan, always ready to consolidate a loan, things like that, right? And that just kept us in the cycle of debt year in, year out. So just be mindful. Your bank's financial advisor may not always be on your side.
The third mistake we made was not having a spending plan. Do you have a spending plan? If you do, put it in the comment section below. Let's have an interaction session below and we talk about it. We did not have any form of spending plan. It is very advisable for anyone, either you're married, like I said, or you are married, to have a spending plan. Your money comes in. If you don't put it on leash, it will just go away. You need to know where each dollar is going. At that time, we didn't have any spending plan. We just keep spending. We earn good money, but then we at the when the money comes in, it on that payday, that is when we distribute our money everywhere, and we keep sending money home. We buy stuff we don't need to impress those who do not care about us, and we were just living life. And I advise you guys, it is not the way. Please make sure you have a spending plan. As a family, you need to do your budget together on the payday. Exactly the payday. Don't let another day go by. On that exact payday, you come together to do your budget. It is not necessary for you guys to have a joint account. If you do want to have a joint account, you can have it. But in our own case right now, we have separate account. Our money comes into our account separately. But then on that payday, we come together to do our budget. I tell you, this might not be easy on the second time, but you get better doing it. You do it the first time, the second time, then it might also be hard knocking down those numbers to what you want and making sure that you pay yourself, which is what we do right now. And it's been working for us. So make sure you pay yourself on that payday. Work out your budget together, and this will work out for the family.
Our fourth mistake was using our credit cards as emergency fund and for vacations. Say after me, my credit card is not an emergency fund. So that's a no-no. So never use your credit card as an emergency fund. It's not your money, right? You have to pay it back. And if you miss that payment, if you don't pay it off in full, guess what? You're paying a very high interest rate. We are talking in the high 20s. Sometimes, depending on your credit score, you're paying about 30% in credit card interest. You don't want to do that. That's like sucking away your money. Your money keeps disappearing in all this interest, right? Don't do that. So when it comes to credit card, for my husband and I, so right now that we've paid off all our debt, we kind of have a different take on credit cards. For my husband, I'll let him talk about that.
For me, I don't believe in using credit card. If you don't need it, why do you have it? So what I did that worked for me, I took all my credit cards and I picked up a scissors on a particular day and I cut everything out because I feel I don't need them. So right, and I've been living a debt-free life from then because I don't need it.
I have a credit card in my name, right? However, we use it very responsibly. Okay. So if we don't have the money to put back in, we don't swipe the card. And that's how I think you can use a credit card responsibly, right? So if you don't have the money, if you don't have the cash in your debit account, don't swipe the card. Don't swipe the card. I like credit cards because of the perks. You can get travel rewards by using credit cards. You can get cash back. Those things are good, but not at the expense of your financial stability, not at the expense of your financial independence, right? So if you cannot pay back the credit card in full at the end of the month, please don't use it. Don't swipe it. Again, remember, your credit card is not an emergency fund.
Fifth mistake we made was lifestyle inflation. What is lifestyle inflation? Lifestyle inflation is the tendency to spend more as your income increases. Some of us, we get tax credit back from the government. Some of us, we earn more wages, some salaries, you get more, get paid more. Some we make more profit in our businesses. These are the times that you need to be very cautious about when you spend your money. You need to know, you need to account for every increase of every dollar that comes into you. You don't have to just decide to go on vacation. In our own case, when we get refund like that or we get increase like that, once we pay our tithes, every other thing we just spend it. That's when we know we want to buy new clothing. We need to buy a new bag. I need to get a new jacket. These are serious mistakes that people make. You can invest your money in so many things.
So have you experienced lifestyle inflation? Put it in the comment below. Let's have a discussion. It's very common. So when I became a nurse, I graduated in 2018, correct? In 2018, and that was the time that we decided to get a new van, right? We walked into Honda shop and then we thought, it's the right time because we had another baby. We wanted to, we wanted a bigger car, essentially. So we decided to get a 2017 Honda Odyssey, which was about over $500 monthly payment. In our opinion, we thought, we could afford,
You can pay.
we could afford the monthly payments, right? So it didn't mean much to us. However, that's a typical example of lifestyle inflation. So it's very, very common. You can use that money for something more profitable. Even the Bible says God gives us bread to eat and seed to sow. What are you doing with your seed? Are you eating your seed? Anyone who eats their seed will be hungry. There won't be anything to harvest in the future. So invest your money, grow your money. You can use the stock market, max out your TFSA, max out your RRSP, and look for real estate opportunities around you, right? Instead of just blowing or squandering the money.
So right now we'll be sharing with you how we got out of debt. In the year 2020, we hit the rock bottom and we made a decision for ourselves as a family to get out of debt. So we started finding resources, looking for a way out. So we came across the Ramsey video. We watched his video and we decided to go by his rules, his technique, his policies on how to be financially free. So the first thing we did was to go on gazelle mode, to list out every of our debts from the smallest to the biggest. And we went on gazelle mode using snowball method to pay off this debt. And at the same time that year, I lost my job. My company moved to a different city, and we were able to move along, though they offered me the job there, but we couldn't move because of financial crisis and all that. So, and at that time, before I lost my job, I was doing a lot of overtime in order to pay this debt. And another thing we did was that everything we didn't need at home, we sold them all and put all the money into paying off debt. And we were able to, to keep rolling on this ball that we call snowball. So, and another thing that we did, the big decision that we made was taking back that car that we took. We took it back to the car dealer. We told them that we didn't want the car anymore. And it was a big loss for us. I was just paid $2,000, but I was satisfied because at the end of it, we added a little bit of money to the 2 grand, and we bought a very small car. We lived within our own income, and that car was able to transport us to work and come back. Though we had two little kids at that time, but we were able to manage ourselves. And another thing we did was strict budgeting, right? We really go into a very strict budgeting, right?
Yeah. Prior to all this, during the 8 years that we were accumulating all this debt, we had no idea how our finances or the state of our finances, meaning that we did not know. We knew how money was coming in, we knew how much, but we did not know how much money was actually leaving our accounts, such that at the end of the month, most times we would go into overdraft. So we had no clue about the amount of money we were spending. We didn't know what our fixed expenses were. We didn't know what the variable expenses were. We were just spending money. Yeah. So the first thing we did was to go through our accounts and checking, how, like, what are we spending in expenses? What is fixed? What is variable? What is miscellaneous? What can we cut out from all this money that is living in our accounts? I think the thing we found out was we were spending so much money on food. Food, dine out, take out, because we were quite busy. But then at the end of the day, all the money we were making, we were just spending it because we didn't track. There was no tracking system whatsoever. So I think that's a big lesson right there, right? So if you're starting on this journey to pay off your debt, make sure you track all your spending. As much as you want to know what is coming in, you want to pay attention to the money leaving your account.
So when I lost my job, it became very, very tough. Though I was paid some money at the end of it all, and also I had about 50 something thousand in my RSP. So we took that out. After taking it out, I was able to get about 30 something thousand added to the money given to me by my employer. And we also put all this, it was a tough decision, guys. We took all this money and we put it to pay part of the debt. And that was why it became so faster for us to pay it off. You guys to know that the projected month and year to pay off this debt was year 2025. I mean, next year 2025. But by the grace of God, we were able to pay off this debt within 16 months. And right now, we've been debt free for over 2 years, and life has been so good. And so just think about it. If you do not have any debts to pay, if you do not have anyone running after you, you are only paying your bills, and the rest of your money is yours. Think about it. You can go on vacation without having it in mind that you have one credit card that you have to pay when you get back home. And that is the kind of lifestyle we are living right now. We are financially free, and we've started investing. So think about it. Think about all these mistakes that we've listed. If you can learn from this, because we have learned from it, if you can learn from it, you will definitely be financially free.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So we essentially had to hit the reset button, reset on our finances. And I'm always grateful to my husband who took that bold step to essentially give up all his savings, right, at that time, to get rid of this debt or part of the debt, right? So I'm super, super grateful to God for that. Another thing was we had a common goal as a family to destroy the debt. It did not matter whose debt it was. So I had the debt. My student loans was in my name. He had some credit card debt, some consolidation loan, car loan. I think the car loan was in my name as well.
Yeah.
It did not matter. we just went right after this beast. We were like, it doesn't matter whose name the debt was in, whatever it was, we just wanted to get rid of the debt. And I think that was really powerful. That really, really helped us. As a married couple, I would really encourage you to come together as a team. It's all about teamwork. It's all about teamwork. But when you guys start having different goals, financial goals especially, it will be hard for you guys to, come together and, reach your family goals, right? So it's important to have family goals, so that you can work together towards that goal. If it's to destroy debt, I can guarantee you that it's best that you guys work together as a team, budget together, whatever is left of your salary, just put it towards the debt.
So, and the last thing I'd like to talk about is not caring about what people would say. Don't care about what people would say. When we returned the car, people were like, what's going on? After driving an SUV, after driving Honda or diesel 2017, and now see what they're driving and all that. We never cared about what they said. We just kept driving the little car we had, in as much as it keeps transporting us from work to home and back and forth. And we were satisfied. It was really good at the end of it. Paid off at the end of it. After that, we were able to buy any car that we wanted, cash. We didn't have to go to any dealership to purchase or to buy any car on loans. Whatever cars we're using now, we paid cash, right? So it pays off. Don't think about what people will say about you. It's a reward system. Suffer for it first, and at the end of the day, you be the one to enjoy the reward of it.
I learned this quote from Dave Ramsey. It says, live like no one else so that you can live like no one else.
You can as well drive like no one else right now so that you can drive like no one else later.
Okay, so it's all about, making sacrifices. So if you're not happy with where you are right now, I can guarantee you that you have the capacity, and I hope we've inspired you to take the necessary steps to change your financial situation.
So let us know what has resonated with you in this video. If you want to go to the comment section and comment whatever you've learned in this video, you want to share your experience, the kind of life you've lived, and how you were able to get out of debt, or you're planning to get out of debt, you can hit the like button, share this video with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.